Everybody, I got a lot of shy viewers, man. So it's like, oh man, yeah. All right, so we're diving in. How can I help, man? Let's wrap.
Okay, so my whole thing is, well, it's it's not so much of a issue. It's just something I've been thinking about, like formatting and arrangement as far as like intro, verse, hook, whatever. How many amount of bars you need for each part. Like I've been like ever since I've started, I've just been doing like 4 bar intro, hook, verse,
Yeah,
hook, verse, blah 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 blah, right?
yeah.
And then or not recently, but within the last 10 years, verses are like 12 bars now. And
Yeah, they're shorter now. Verses
sometimes
are way
the
shorter
hooks will
now.
be 16 verses,
Right.
16 bars, whatever. It's like crazy. So uh now I just been doing 4 bar intro, hook 8 bar,
Uh huh.
verses 12, and then continue on from there. So I usually leave two verses, two hooks, intro,
Hmm.
outro.
Okay.
So
Right.
yeah, I'm just trying to think of maybe I'm because I don't really make too much sales. So
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can think of another way to like get more.
Get more sales. Right. So let me see if I got this right. Where you're coming from? Do you believe that the formatting of your beats could be the reason that it's hindering the sales?
It could be a reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's scratch on that. Um, I don't think that you're doing that wrong. The reason I say that, if you got at least two verses up in there,
Hmm.
you got a 4 bar intro,
Hmm.
and I think that the battle culture forced us to create faster intros.
Yeah.
And that kind of went into music production in general
Yeah.
and stuff. Because I used to enjoy like really long intros because people used to like to talk on the intros.
Yeah.
And if you're in an environment where you're creating an album, you can get away with that. But I understand the 4 bar intro, that's good. That's safe. I think coming in with the hook is good because now you get to hit them bow. You get to let them know what
Yeah.
it's all about quickly when they're hitting play. Versus 12 is good. And I think you're probably more hip to the format than me as far as being 12, but I like to keep it even. Uh,
Hmm.
unless it's like a song where I'm doing a song with 8 bars and then an 8 bar vamp that gets repeated after the second verse.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's more what I like to use for my R&B stuff,
Yeah.
and oftentimes the way hip hop is now, the rappers are singing, you
Very
know.
much so.
So the structure you're talking about, like the outro, to me, an outro ain't nothing really but another hook with everything playing till it goes
Yeah.
out. Or you could break it down. There's no really rules to that. And I don't think that that could be the reason that's hindering sales. The only reason I say that is the only difference between you and I and the top ranked people on BeatStars or whoever's doing well in this is the amount of people who see it.
That's a good point. Very good point.
I always fall back to the numbers game, because you make quality stuff. I've heard it, and you understand the structure. You rap yourself, so you
Yeah. Yeah.
understand the structure. I don't think that I think song structure can affect sales and say, oh, no, I don't want to get that thing's fun. I get that, but I don't
Mm.
think that will limit it. I don't think that will limit it so much so that it will mess with the sales. Only
That was part of
because
mine.
what's that? Oh no,
So,
you good? Yeah. So I don't think that would limit the sales because I always look at the sales as being how many people can you get it in front of on the internet within a reasonable amount of time. You know,
yeah.
at the lowest cost. The reason that the YouTubers who sell beats online do so well is because they got the most authority on certain keywords. Therefore, a lot of
Oh
people see
yeah.
them, and therefore, so if 100 people see them, maybe one or two people may head over to the store and buy it or
Yeah.
get the free download. So, if I were to say a good way to leverage more sales is to create content, so that means getting beat videos on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Um, TikTok is a good place that seems to provide organic growth. Instagram to me is a hard place to party right now
Yeah.
because I don't think that they really are trying to help you get much organic growth on your
Mm.
own. And I remember when there was a time YouTube was a place that helped you get organic growth on your own. And even that for me it's a long game. You know, if you want to really sell beats online, and it's not even And I think that for me, I made the mistake. It's like I feel like that BeatStars has become the center of that pursuit when
Mm.
it shouldn't be. And the reason I say that is because I know two producers from overseas, AMR, who knew me
Okay.
from YouTube, and the guy that I talked to two videos ago, they were doing stuff without BeatStars.
Mm.
They were doing stuff without BeatStars. So I don't think that BeatStars should be at the center place of the Beats. I think a BeatStars provided great hosting. I think they provide
Yeah.
a website, and they do have playlists. And I can't speak from experience that a playlist generates sales. I've had it do it in the past, but not like life changing. It's not like, oh, I'm quitting my job. And so
Mm.
there's always more nuances into it. Unfortunately, we live in a culture right now where if you're trying to get legitimate information about how to sell more beats online, you're going to run into all these gurus who are at the top of the search results that
Yeah.
are slanging courses, click funnels, and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and then you get tired because everybody wants to talk about it like it's the solution as to what will help you get the next sale.
Yeah.
If I could piggyback on what got me sales, first was catalog, having a catalog available. Two, I did get sales from marketplace that may have came from my YouTube channel,
Mm.
but the majority audience of my YouTube channel is producers, so it's a little bit difficult for me to sell cars to car salesmen.
That's very true.
All
Same
right.
problem. I had the same problem.
Yeah. So creating content that serves your target audience is the best thing to do. So that means tips
Mm.
for artists, articles for artists, regurgitated as your own, and then
Yeah.
put only that content out there. Because the minute you start teaching people how to make beats or anything like that, you're now the producer
Producer's
coach,
producer.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that there's a market for that, and there's a way to serve that, and this is how I'm serving it by creating content
Yeah.
like this, because I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
And this is the type of content I personally want to see, and I've gotten the most passionate feedback from the most vocal of followers. So it's like, yo, this may not get me the numbers, but it gets me that connection, and it,
And
it
it serves you being a person who's well versed in producing.
right, right.
I see
So
what you're going at.
so we're having a real conversation about this versus the people who are mainly championed on this, based on their success. And what happens is that what the people who are successful say, that it almost comes off as like a gospel, and so you go pursue what they say do, and then you get a different result. And the truth of the matter is, as far as beat sales are concerned, I don't think it's a format, but it's your own methodology of creating a content that will bring people to you. So it's not necessarily. I don't think it's because I think I'll put this out there. I think there's a bunch of whack production out there that gets sales not because of how great it sounds or how great it is, but just because the branding, as far as, and let me watch myself on branding, because a lot of people like to throw branding out there. What I mean by that is the awareness of the brand. The reason I don't sell a lot and you don't sell a lot is because people don't know that we're here.
You
And
probably need another thing. I think I was just thinking this.
yeah,
I get a lot of first visits, and I don't get a lot of retention.
okay,
So
okay, and that's your BeatStars or website or what? YouTube.
that's everything.
Everything.
I don't really touch YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the retention and that's good. First timers means that you are getting something.
Yeah.
I always like to bet on the something more than zero. I always like to bet on the 1 degree more than zero. Like I always will work with that, because it's very easy to marginalize that and take it for granted, but you don't get to 1,000 till you get to 1 first. And so you always have to focus on that connection of continually making that content. So you got like a big catalog now of stuff that you've done, because I remember you posting that you've been doing that.
Yeah.
Kudos. Now comes the marketing. How do we market? We got to create content that people want to see. Almost like you've heard the term content marketing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so now you got to create content that brings people to the product. So that means tips, quotes, articles about artists and their success. and then you can repackage that as tips for artists, and this is something I was shown, and then that's where your product gets more exposure, because if you just do a hard sell of, yo, I got beats, people take that for granted because beats
Yeah.
are so readily available. But your beats aren't readily available because only you got your own beats. You
Exactly.
understand what I'm saying? So bringing in that awareness by creating content like on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, even. I mean, YouTube, you can still get some views on YouTube. It's just more of a grind.
Yeah.
Um, but if you keep working at it, you'll get more sales that way. That's the only way I know. Also, creating product leads, free content, free downloads. Like, this is Beat Sales 101. Create a pack of like 10 beats or something like that you would give away for free in exchange for email.
Mm.
Then you continue to let those email lists know that you have new beats out and continue to re-market to them, like once a week.
So that's like a click funnel kind of thing.
It is like ClickFunnels, but you don't need ClickFunnels to do it. ClickFunnels is just a shiny, oh, this is easy sort of thing. But you don't have to resort to a ClickFunnels to give a product out in exchange for an email. Case in point, you can synchronize your MailChimp up to BeatStars and tell BeatStars to send you the email through MailChimp and give out the file that way.
Okay.
That's one way to do it. Or you can go to MailChimp and create like a zip file of 10 beats. And then MailChimp will create you a funnel page, squeeze page, this is the internet marketing stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can distribute it that way. But it's up to you to keep exposing people to that. The free offer is valid. Now, you take that and you send those people updates or tips that assist those who need tracks. So who needs tracks? Artists. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think it's your formatting that will hinder your sales. I think you got a great format, and then you could be known for that format too. What happens if you blew up off of that format? Now it's the right thing. The only reason we wonder if it's the right thing or not is because of the results we're getting. And at the stage where we're trying to get the results we want, we're trying to figure out, even for me, with the content I create, it's like, okay, all right, let me try this. This works right here. Let me try that. Okay, let me go ahead and do a little bit of this because I know this works. Let's try that.
Yeah.
And that's a constant test and retesting thing. So yeah, but I think that's probably something that can get you more sales. The way to get more sales is to get more traffic. And that's where this culture wants to hit you at. That's why BeatStars charges for their promotions.
Oh yeah. I've used that a couple of times too. It gets eyes, but it doesn't necessarily get sales because you're talking to producers. So
right. I think I think in order to really get sales from a BeatStars promotion, you have to really spend a lot of money. Like big, like almost like if somebody was making $1,000 a month off of their beat sales, that they probably would have to put, and this is a spitball idea, but they would probably have to spit $500 of that profit back into it.
Gee.
And make it run. And I'm making very generous. I'm making a very generous assessment of it. But I think it's like that because I may drop $20, $30, $50, get some eyes, but no sales.
Yeah.
Then there's other times I've done nothing at all, and somebody found me on YouTube and bought 5 exclusives. Okay, so there goes. Now, do I think that I could have got those exclusives sold without that page making it easy for them to come back to? No.
Yeah, that's vital. That page just makes it easy to just like sell your beats. There's a contract, but I mean, you don't really care about the contract at the current moment. But,
at this stage, no. I mean, nobody cares about contracts till money's involved, till like real money's involved. Nobody. Now I've ran into customers that really care about the contracts, but have yet to surpass me on streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you are really concerned about how exclusive it is, and yeah, I am selling exclusivity, but let's keep it real here. Like, when's the last time you dropped a single on your own? Yeah, you know, and I'm not gonna talk any about, but it's just what is the attitude here? You know, are we really putting out music or are we just, so But then again, those BeatStars that I put on that store is for that purpose to serve.
Yeah.
So that's a car out the car lot. That's on the car lot to sell. That's not my personal. Oh, I'm keeping this car. I want this to be. No, I have to be open to that type of world and that type of environment, because that way I'm mostly unattached to it, and I can continue to be objective towards it and make that sell or negotiate. Okay, you want to buy 2 exclusives? Okay, I'll knock out some of the price of those exclusives so you can get 2. Or I'll come up with a batch deal if you want to get 4. So it's more of a commodity. And I hate to look at beats like a commodity, but that's kind of like where we're at right now.
Yeah.
It
is what we're selling.
Yeah, it is what we're selling. We're selling a product. It's a good hustle. It does take a lot of time. And you got to navigate through a lot of sharks, a lot of masterminds, a lot of classes, a lot of courses, a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll put it this way. No 2 teachers are the same. One will get mad at you for questioning their methodology and kick you out their courses, like what I've been through. And then you got others that where you can hit them with the hard questions, and because you paid to be in that seminar, they're going to give you some answers. So thankfully, all courses are not created the same. However, the information of what course works for you or doesn't is not readily available there. So you do have to take some risks and take some L's in these courses sometimes to get the information. But I think if you keep trying things, like you're a great graphic artist, so I almost see you doing I almost see you doing pictures of artists like performing or something, and with a tip for the artist. Save your voice by, these are how you can write lyrics, and that way, that's content marketing. You're not hard selling the beat now you're serving them content.
So content for beats.
So your content that serves your target audience, which is singers and rappers, or people who need music. If you start creating graphics and infographics that cater to them, I think that will draw people. Now you're a brand that serves them. But what we do as producers, what I see on Instagram, and even me, is my Instagram is like everything. But then I actually create a Dilly Gang Beats Instagram that's just the beats. But there's no content there that serves artists beyond them. Oh, listen to this beat. You have to go further than listen to this beat. And it does take work. It takes a lot of grind, a lot of experimentation, and you have to stay with this for a while. Like, I didn't know I was going to sell 4 or 5 exclusives like that, and I'm like, dang, do I still need to be dropping this money on BeatStars right now? Because, but it has paid for itself. At least monthly, it's paid for itself. So that's a start. Now, how do I go further than that? Now I got to create content that gets more traffic there. How do I do that? Okay, I got to do some more content on the side that caters to artists, or keep showing videos, showing people that I know what to do. And then that gets people to the BeatStars. Like, dang, okay, he's good at remaking this, or he's good at producing that. Okay, let me see what else he got. But they would have not cared till they see me show I know what I'm doing. So that's kind of a double-edged sword, because producers like to see that.
Producers love to see that.
So, and that's cool. That's cool, because I have something that serves producers as well. So,
you sell kits and all that, right?
The kits and all that. So there's something that serves that demographic, that movement there. And I'm just passionate about equipment. I just love this stuff, and I'm still learning. It's just a tough culture to get more information out of without just dealing with somebody's upsell. It's just that's the hardest thing. But then if you keep networking and talking to other producers, actually the networking with other producers is
that's key.
The best thing to do. The reason I say that is because, well, let me put it this way. If you keep networking with producers, you're going to find some that actually will take time to talk to you and let you know what's going on. And then you're going to find some that don't got time. Right. So that turns into another numbers game. So if I talk to 10 producers, okay, maybe 8 of them don't really have anything to say, probably leave me on red on the DM and Instagram, but maybe 2 might have a clue. Right. And that's how I build forward. I'm interested in learning how these producers are doing good without BeatStars, because ultimately it's your, BeatStars, that is a platform. That's another platform you don't own. So therefore, they can be just like YouTube and turn the lights off and go on about their business. It would not be profitable for them to do that, but it's another platform we don't own for, and we're paying extra money for. So imagine you paying for your own .com, and also you're paying for a BeatStars membership, pro membership. There are opportunities there, and I want to explore that for a year before I make another assessment if I want to come back to BeatStars or find another way to get all my content off of BeatStars and just grind it and figure out another way to do it. It's just that BeatStars is all in our face right now because that's what's showing up on the top of the search.
Yeah, that and Airbit.
Airbit too. But I don't.
So
yeah.
Another idea just kind of popped into my head.
Yeah.
Wix.
Okay.
We'll probably use that, and there's more. We have more ownership.
Yeah.
Over our content that way, I think.
Right.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
It does. There is a WordPress theme that I like. I think it's called Music Maker theme or something like that.
Okay.
And that is a so Music Maker theme is a WordPress theme that you can install on your WordPress site. And in that, and I'll paste it to you if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
In that you do buy that, but you get to create a professional web. You basically create your own BeatStars on your own WordPress. However, there are plugins involved that are needed to take care of the transactions. So it's a little more work on the back end.
Yeah.
But you own it all. You own it all. You don't get to have the BeatStars marketplace, right?
Yeah.
But then again, how profitable is the freaking marketplace? Right? Like, the marketplace is not paying for my membership. Why? Because the marketplace is not organically giving me the traffic I want. Why is that? Oh, I didn't put in the right tag. Or I didn't. But then again, we can't look on BeatStars to see what tag is getting the most. We don't know how BeatStars is getting everybody to what their stuff is. And on top of that, people are paying for promotion, so they make sure their song plays after yours on their website. The only place where nobody else's beats plays after yours is on your own pro page.
That's right.
Right? So BeatStars is a great place, but from my experience, it benefits them the most. BeatStars is like a YouTube for beats. And we have all these success stories about Lil Nas getting there, and Young Keo and all this stuff. We got all these success stories that ultimately makes you want to get on there. But if I were to think long term and I wanted to do a beat page, I would take Dilly Gang beats and take it off of BeatStars and install WordPress and then buy a Music Maker theme and set that up, and that's going to be permanent.
Yeah,
that's going to be permanent, and it's good. I mean, it's really not that much different than a BeatStars Pro page. Only the difference is that, and actually that's what I use on DLTTK.com. It's the Music Maker theme. When you browse the products, that's the Music Maker theme. You see a little beat store on there. That's an embed from BeatStars, but I could totally take that out and put in my own music player that comes with the theme, and I could upload my own beats to that.
Yeah.
And then if I set the plugins right, now when they want to purchase something, the plugins kick in and then handle the sales and distribution. So it's a little more long-winded, but ultimately it's a lower cost to you, especially if you already paid once for your theme, because the theme does cost, and you're only paying a cheaper yearly fee for that .com and that space.
True.
So, but then again, the challenge is, okay, now it's on you to get traffic to that site. So that means content, email list, ads,
Facebook pixels,
all that stuff. And this website works with Facebook pixels. Facebook pixels are integrated into the BeatStars Pro page.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you can track that. And that's something I haven't really finished trying to do, but I'm kind of saving up for ads again, because even ads is a trial and error thing. You got to go through the dirt for that.
Yeah, because you have to make ads for different audiences, and then from there you're A being.
Right. You got A/B different. You got to figure out what target audience, what audience responds the most way you want them to your ad.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means you gotta pour money into it to get that data.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in theory, once you get the right data and the right results, then you just pay what you need to get the sales, and then you scale up.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing that whole process work through from scratch to the end is kind of convoluted to find on YouTube. And there's, of course, I'm not saying it's possible, and I'm not saying don't invest in the course. I'm just saying that is the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
That is the dirt and the grind you go through to increase more exposure to your beats, which increase the ultimate result in sales. Or you get major play, and then a lot of these producers, they got major placements, so they got eyeballs on them already, and they have that credibility, and that's what drives it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
it's a lot
I
of
could use a placement.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot of grind to it. Not impossible. It's a grind. It's a grind, but not impossible, man. Not impossible. Yeah. But to get to your first question, which is interesting because it all started with that first question you had, was as far as your music formatting. I don't think your music formatting is an issue. The only issue that I would say is that not enough people know about you.
Yeah.
That's all. And you're not alone, because not enough people know about me. And I didn't got these. Everybody likes the number. Everybody talks about the number I got, but I still, depending on the content I put out, only get 300 views. You know, let me drop a Michael Jackson remake. Yeah, we popping 1,000 to 2,000, but let me do something like this. The last two barely even crossed 400 views yet. Okay.
People love that Michael Jackson, man.
And that's good. That's good. If that's an easy target for me, I'll hit that. But you know, my thing is I'm more than that, but I'm going to leverage. I'm going to leverage that. But I want the world to know that it's more to me than that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the grind. Yeah. Any other questions or thoughts you might have, or?
Let's see. I think I'm good on my end.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up right here. You want to let the audience know where they can find your beat store, find your Instagram? Go ahead and let them know.
Okay,
right
so everybody, get you some fire at damnthatgritty.com. And you can find me on Instagram at grittyboymac.
All right. Wow. Cool. All right, man. Well, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming through and participating. And I will see you in the next video. This will be uploaded as a podcast audio, and it will be on the YouTube channel, y'all. So give me some feedback, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this, and we'll go from there. All right. Peace out, Gritty.
Peace out, brother.
All right.